NBA legend Iman Shumpert is going through it. The divorce between him and Teyana Taylor has been finalized, with Teyana Taylor receiving 4 houses valued up to 10 million, a one-time seven-figure payment, various luxury vehicles including a 300k Maybach, a 70k Mercedes Sprinter, and a tour bus. She also retains 100% view or ownership, of her companies. Furthermore, Iman Shumpert is obligated to provide 8k per month in child support
Damn.
for their daughters and cover the full cost of their private school education. So a lot of people are thinking that Iman got finessed, but when you look at it, it looks like it was actually a pretty fair split, and he's really not getting the hammer put to him on the monthly amount, given what he's actually making. But do you want to play a video clip first, or do you have something to say?
No, it's not a real video clip. I mean, something funny. But I mean, I have something to say. So I mean, this whole situation was crazy. After going over the court documents and seeing everything that was said on both sides, I just want to know, when did the problem really happen? Because I really don't feel like they really even had any problems. I mean, you already see Tiana Taylor always coming out saying, "Oh yeah, we're divorcing, but it's 1,000%, 1,000%, no cheating situations." And then, so I mean, there was no cheating situation, like she said, 1,000%. You definitely know Iman Shepherd wasn't putting any hands on Tiana Taylor, because she definitely would have handled him.
She would beat him up.
She probably would have. She definitely would have beat
She
him
knows
up.
jujitsu.
Exactly. So you already know it wasn't that situation. But I mean, her's basically saying that, oh, he was basically just jealous of my fame. I felt like people actually take pictures. They wanted to take pictures of me and not
She
him.
Yeah, she really talked down on him. I mean, she was really just saying like, that she was the better person, and it was like, he was actually making more money than her,
That was
but she
funny.
was like basing it off of social media presence. Like,
Yeah,
I have what? How many followers does she have?
she was like, I mean, right now 17 mil. She was like,
17.
yeah.
She's a star.
I mean, that was crazy. I mean,
It's all from the what is was it wait, what was the music video where she just danced in the gym?
the faded. I think she was at
Was that Kanye?
the Kanye West faded video.
Yeah, that's what everyone followed from.
I mean, but no, I mean, she did more than that. She helped do help choreograph a Beyonce video.
Oh yeah.
She did the Super Sweet 16.
No, I know she did a lot
Remember
of
she used to go
stuff.
with Brandon Jennings.
Yeah, she did a lot of stuff before that, but I'm just saying that's what put her over the top.
Yeah, that, I mean, definitely put her over the top. And then also she ended up signing with Good Music with Kanye West. Ended up dropping the
Exactly.
albums, but she didn't like some of the albums.
She knows Pharrell.
Exactly. I don't know if I don't know if Pharrell's like her godfather, or it was like one of those situations, like her dad worked with
Well,
Pharrell.
I forget who her dad is. I think her dad's in the music industry because
Yeah,
she was on like Sweet 16 back in the day when she was like, where they would
facts.
throw like the celebrity people would throw their kids huge birthday parties. She
Exactly.
was on that back then as like a celebrity kid.
But But I
But
never guessed that I would have never guessed in a million years that she would have been acting like this. I mean, after going over the whole documents and watching the videos, basically, I just feel sorry for Iman
mhm.
having to go through that whole situation of how basically Tiana Taylor and her paperwork on her side of the story felt like, once Iman basically stopped playing basketball, basically stopped receiving the long contracts from basketball, that she was the reason why they stayed afloat. She's the one that got them the job with Dancing on the Stars, the one of the TV shows on The Shy,
She was like the one keeping him famous.
basically keeping them famous, basically getting him a job as a DJ and everything. She was the reason. She was basically calling him basically in her mind, she was calling him a bum. Like, you wouldn't have done this without me. Also, I mean, like, going through in the documents here, she always talked about how she was highly decorated, how she had four signature shoes.
Oh
Um,
yeah, she did.
she talked about how she did stuff with Beyonce, how she's a
Jordan
choreographer.
Brand.
So I mean, she talks about a lot of like herself. She
It's
basically
weird.
like lost herself. She glazed
She
herself
was
real hard.
she was glazing herself real hard. You're exactly right, but it's just it doesn't make sense. You feel like that they would be a team, but it feels like every time she's talking in the documents of what's being said, that like it's like a comparison.
Hmm.
Like she keeps on comparing herself against him, and it's like, y'all are supposed to be a team, so it's supposed to be the accomplishments are for the whole family. It's not just you versus him. So it
Exactly.
seemed very weird, and I don't know how it goes. If you're like famous from the time you're a kid, and you end up being with someone else that's famous, that it's like you always got to feel like you're the more famous one so you can wear the pants in the family. I mean, we saw that whole thing with Gabrielle Union saying that she was going 50-50 just so she could have the same say as Dwayne Wade, but it was literally breaking her financially.
Mm-hmm.
And then she let him take over the bills, and he's like, I could have been did this, like it wasn't that big of a deal, but she was just that self-conscious about it that she wanted to pay half of the bills so she felt like she could have half of the say.
I mean, with that situation, I remember Iman. They did say that when she was giving birth with the baby, Iman said that he needed help with the bills. He couldn't do everything himself. So I remember that situation happened. But I mean, after going through this whole court documents, them having like seven properties and all these different vehicles. I mean, of course you need help. You can't paying all that on your own. And I mean, Tiana Taylor's not getting the number one movies.
Or album.
Or yeah, or horrible.
She, no, I mean not to diss her, but she's more like she has like a cult following. Like her albums will do have decent, but she's still like kind of like an indie artist level or like a very high level indie artist. She's not putting up, like Taylor Swift or Beyonce
Yeah.
numbers. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
She's not doing that. But and then on top of that, I do feel bad because with the way that she's talking about herself in the book, I mean, in the book, in the whole document, is basically like, how, and I'm confused. Like, how do you feel like you doing all these basically having all these accolades? Like, you did a song with Beyonce, you got these shoes, you basically helped choreograph some of Glorilla's songs, some concert tours. You feel like that's way more than basically Iman Shumpert's whole NBA career. He got a whole championship ring. Number one and number two, his net worth is 16 million. Your net worth is 5 million. So net worth wise, he does he blows. He basically has more than you.
Yeah, but she probably make him spend it.
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean, you saw how many properties they had and stuff.
True seven. I mean, yeah, I see that. I see how many properties they have, but you knowing how many properties you have, and you know that I make 16, 17 million man net worth, and your net worth 5 million. You over here basically complaining, saying that Iman Shumpert didn't give you the NBA lifestyle that you deserve. Don't make
It's
any.
not LeBron James.
And that was like, dude, that was like the tip on the iceberg. Like in the end of the document, she was basically saying like Iman Shumpert did play in the NBA, but he didn't give you the NBA, give her the NBA lifestyle. And I'm like, what's the NBA lifestyle?
Yeah, like Iman probably had like 3 good contracts in his career, and they were probably like half decent. Where he was making anywhere, I don't know. I'd
He
have to
made a
look it
total of
up.
$48 million his whole NBA. Well, and in 1 year he had 48. In 1 year he got $48 million from his rookie contract, and then for with the
His whole career, he got 48.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like I don't remember how many years he exactly played, but to me, he's probably making anywhere between like 5 and 15 million a year,
Mm-hmm.
depending on when the contract was.
Exact.
So it's not like he's like right now the good guys. Some of them are getting paid $50 million a year, and that's
True.
what he made his whole career. So I see what she's saying, but I mean, yeah, he didn't have a signature shoe. He wasn't an all-star. He was an all NBA player. He was a really good role player
But
that
you never
was
made
one of the best on
$48 million, and
defense.
you never made $48 million. You never came close to $48 million.
With Teyana Taylor.
Exactly.
Yeah, but her dad's famous.
It doesn't mean anything. Exactly. That's not you.
No,
Like you can't beat me on the count of your dad. Like
I wonder what her family money is. I forget who her dad is. Her dad's well known. I think he was in the music industry or something else.
mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he probably has some good wealth. So who knows? She's like, my family's net worth makes you look like a shrimp.
Exactly, and this is exactly why he divorced. He's okay with the whole divorce. And when I heard this whole
She's
thing,
going back to Brandon
uh,
Jennings.
never that. And then once I seen this whole little breakdown of what happened and reading the documents and her basically saying like even though he's the broke one, when she wrote down like how much money that she brings in a year and how much money he brings in a year. I mean, not in a year, in a month, how much he brings in a month and how much she brings in a month. She was basically saying like she brings in around 93K a month and he brings around 112K a month. And I'm like, well, if he's bringing in 112K a month, it doesn't matter that you got 17 million subscribers on Instagram and he barely has 5 million on Instagram. He makes way more than you still. And the fact that you're talking to him all crazy like this, like nobody wants to be talked to like that. Like I
Well,
don't.
and the thing is I think he played over 10 years, so he would get the NBA
Yeah,
pension.
he has an NBA pension. Also, they're saying like in this whole little divorce situation, he has to take care of the whole children's health care benefits. But
He should get it through the NBA.
he does. He's like, I've been doing it anyway because I was getting
Yeah,
through.
he could just claim them.
Exactly. So that's why I like when you're going through the documents and reading this, like the him basically her getting like 10 million in value. Basically, like her getting 10 million in value, getting a 330K in a Mercedes Benz. I mean, it doesn't sound that bad at all. Then seeing, oh yeah, you got to pay 8K a month. I mean, originally she wanted him to pay 20K a month,
Yeah,
and
that seems like a win.
so I mean, him basically being knocked down to 8K a month is basically a win. And then after they release more information now that
What's crazy though that this is like the second time though that she's like divorced him,
mhm,
because usually it's like right before they're gonna fully go through with it, she's like, "You want to try to make this work?
true,
You just gotta admit this and this," and they'll be like, "Whatever," and then they'll like call it off. But the lawyers still get paid every time.
true,
But it's funny that like rich people or famous people do that. That they like want to make that much of a deal out of that to get like literally have to pay lawyers. But we'll see if this goes all the way through. I guess. Do you think this is the final straw? Do you think they're not gonna reconcile?
I mean, yeah, I don't think they're gonna reconcile. They already finalized everything on. They already finalized everything. They let all the information out. They're saying that out of the 7 properties, Teyana Taylor got 4 of them. Iman Shumpert got 3 of them. They're also saying that 2 of the properties that out of the 4 properties, 2 of the properties that Teyana Taylor owned solely by herself, 2 of them were both for her and Iman's. Also, when it comes to the vehicle situation, one of the let me see, some of the vehicles are already hers, and some of the vehicles were they bought together, and one vehicle was damaged an insurance claim, so that's what he has to pay. And then also when you go to Iman's Shumpert side, he got 3 properties. He ended up keeping his Miami condo because that's what he really wanted a lot, and also he ended up keeping his what Iman keeps all his luxury cars. He keeps his 3 cars. He also keeps his properties, all the properties that he purchased. He keeps his Miami condo and additional properties that both contributed to. So I mean, they both came out in the win. I mean, the lump sum of money, they really didn't say anything about that 7-figure lump sum of money situation. So I mean, it doesn't it sounded bad at first, but once you break down everything and really see all the final
It's
document,
not that bad.
it's not that
I just
bad.
don't like how she had to downplay him the whole time, and it's literally in the documents that she called him a bum, like in 50 different ways. And then at the end of the day, he's gonna be paying her because he makes more. And it's like, well, if he was a bum, why is he paying more? You know? And it's like, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's crazy how things go when they get
I
petty.
I feel like yeah, I feel like yeah, she started to get petty because one. I mean, I understand like yeah, once NBA players do leave their job, they do get depressed because that's all they knew. All they knew was basketball. So yeah, once they leave the NBA and then like they can't get no full contract, they keep getting 10 days, so they get nothing at all. Yeah, it makes them down. It makes them depressed. You see them at the house more. They're not doing a lot. I understand.
That's why they all start podcasts like Gil.
Exactly, and he has a podcast also.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I understand that, but nobody wants to hear like, oh yeah, I'm the reason why you got put onto this job. I'm the reason why you're on Dancing with the Stars. I'm the reason you're on this. Like, you already know he down. Read the room. Read the room.
Well, plus it's not like he was a nobody that came out of nowhere. He's literally an NBA player that was a lottery draft pick, you know, first round lottery draft pick that went to the Knicks and had a great rookie season. And he got injured his second year in the NBA, where he was on the way looking like he could be an all-star player. So it's like it's not like he was just a nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So she downplayed him a lot. He ended up having a decent career at a role player level and ended up being an NBA champion with his bro J.R. Smith and LeBron James on the Cavs.
True.
So he definitely still had a pretty good career, and like you said, he played long enough to get a pension, so he's set for the rest of his life
And he
to
said for
get
the kids for the health care insurance for the rest of his life. But
health care for himself, his
hmm
kids, and a monthly paycheck, that he'll never have to worry about.
exactly, and I mean, no dudes wants to go around hearing that stuff, especially when you over there contributing to all this. But I mean, we got a video right here of how Iman Shumpert feels right now. Then we
Here
gonna
I
move on
am
to the
being
next
an
topic.
honest man, right? You want to see what it gets you? This is what it is. She just emptied the bank account! and I just paid American Express. I'm fucked.
Where did you get that clip?
It was crazy. I mean, the Grand Wizard.
Oh my god! Shout out Grand Wizard.
Man, shout out Grand Wizard, but not shout out this next